Now, today I told you that if you're a lover of Sculpt, then we are bringing you a conversation that you don't want to miss out on it. Shola was out there and had a conversation with this man who is a sculptor. I want you to take a look at what they did out there.
Now, in a country where wood carving, painting and beadwork often take the spotlight, one artist is defining and redefining creativity with metal. Jonathan has found beauty and expression in what many might see as scrap, transforming cold, rigid pieces of metal into breathtaking works of art. Today, we sit down with him to explore his world of metal sculpting, the inspiration behind his craft, and how he is shaping a new path for Ghana creatives in the industry. Come with me, let's go speak to Jonathan. Come. Hi. Hi, how are you doing? So we're here with the man behind all these masterpieces behind us. I told you we're going to meet someone who has turned metal. Someone will ask, what do we use metals for? People think that metals are scraps, but this man has gone beyond that, showing us that, hey, there's beauty in every single thing. And I think that's the beautiful thing about art. Now, I won't talk too much because I want to know more about this. So this is the man that I have been talking about, the gentleman, the very smallest gentleman with this big dream sitting right beside me. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm happy because I'm finally in your, your space. I've been longing to be here for a while now. Yeah. But then introduce yourself to those who don't know you and tell us what you do.
My name is Jonathan Andivi Sonkola, and I'm from the northern part of Ghana.
Okay. Right.
Yes, I'm from the northern part of Ghana. And I schooled in Takoradi.
Okay.
Takoradi Technical University. And being a kid, you know, I've always wanted to be an artist.
Right.
So, when I got there, I just wanted to be a sculptor. I just wanted to be a sculptor.
Right.
Yeah.
So you always know that sculpting is something you want to do?
No, not that. Being a sculptor is actually something that drew me to that. Yes. All
right, we'll get to that because in my head I'm asking. So that brings me to my point.
Yeah.
Your journey into sculpting. Right now you're talking about how you were a kid. At what point did you know? So run me through the journey. At what point did you finally say, okay, this is the place I want to do this?
Yeah. I fully accepted the path through a project that I did when I was in school.
Okay.
Yeah, tertiary.
Okay.
My final year project. I have to make sculptures of, Kwame Nkrumah and Otumfo.
Okay.
Yes. And in the process of making, sculpting Kwame Nkrumah's face with the metal directly, let's just say that it's something that I never thought I could accomplish.
Right.
But it got to a point, then I realized that, wow, tears started coming. I realized I've achieved something that I thought that is going to be so hard for me to do.
Right.
Yeah, something that I didn't expect.
But I want to know, this one interests me because I want people to understand where the love for this particular thing you're doing came from. So run me through your childhood. Were you a child who loved to play with metals already? Just run me through it.
Actually, when I was a child, let's say that I started with drawing.
Okay.
Yes, I used to love drawing a lot. So when I got to GHS, it was still the same thing.
Okay.
SHS, I went to the visual arts department. But it was, in the visual department, I realized that what we were doing, we were not doing sculpture.
Okay.
So we were doing ceramics, and I realized that using clay, it wasn't like, throwing pots or, I started experimenting it differently.
Right.
Yeah, like creating human faces from
with clay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I started experimenting, different. So when I was in school, I watched this movie, Pillars of the Earth.
Okay.
Yes, it's actually the movie that directed me into
this place. Okay.
Yes, after watching the movie, I felt like the movie was just telling me that, hey, this is your path.
Right. For you, how did your parents receive like you entering into this space?
I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but let's say that as a kid, drawing, it's not something that, they neglect. Like, whenever I want, yes. Whenever I wanted to draw, they'll get me the materials, the crayons and all those. Yes, so they supported me. But, just like you are saying, in Africa here, we don't see art like the way the foreigners do. So most of the time, most parents, when their children go to these schools, like being a visual art student, they feel like no, it's not.
It's not something.
It's not something that they want them to do.
But your parents were okay with it.
Yes.
Even when you started metal sculpting.
Oh, yeah. Even when I started metal sculpting, and at some point they accepted it because they realized that it's something that they cannot force me out of.
So in the beginning they were a little hesitant.
Yes.
But then they allowed you.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But what made you choose metal? Because there are so many things that you could use.
Yes.
You could use wood. You just said clay.
Yeah.
But why did you choose metal as your medium of work?
I chose metal because I wanted to be a little different from what other artists uses. Yes, and if you look at Ghana, for instance, we don't have a lot of metal sculptors.
Right.
Yes, we don't have a lot of metal sculptors. So using metal, I felt like, okay, it's a material that can be manipulated in a lot of ways. Yes, and I place myself.
Metal can be manipulated?
Yes,
right.
in a lot of ways.
Right.
That means that is if you have the right resources. Yes, if you have.
Because I'm thinking, if you leave me with metal, right?
Yes.
So it's something that could be used in different ways.
Yes.
Right?
So I place myself in that. I'm someone that adjusts. I adjust a lot to the environment. Yes. So I just feel like, okay, this is the material, that's related to me. So,
right. So I'll work with
yes,
it. But then in your journey, starting how to sculptor, what piece, was there a specific piece that you did that you saw and said, okay, this piece I've been able to do, I'm good to go?
Yeah, that's the project that I did in tertiary.
Right.
Yeah. I was building Kwame Nkrumah's face, and it was actually my first time
sculpting ever.
No. Like, it was my first time using metal to sculpt a face.
Right.
Yes, to get the resemblance and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was actually around COVID period.
Okay.
Yes. And I was still in school, and it's also my project. So I was just, when I took the project that, okay, I want to do this as my final project, I started working with it. And at some point, working on the face, I just saw that I've gotten what, something that I felt like this is an impossible task for me.
But why did you choose Kwame Nkrumah?
Kwame Nkrumah, let's say I chose him because when it comes to, when it comes to Ghana or Africa, he's someone that was, let's say, to me, I'll say that he's different. He's different in a way that he wasn't he was invited to come.
Right.
And he came. So it's more of like a foreigner coming to help us.
Right.
So, it's something that I didn't really think of because I just wanted to pick, someone who have done a great work. Yes. A great work in the world, in Ghana. So I just chose him as someone the project that I want to work on.
Yeah. But then when you, looking at that moment, were you emotional after creating for the first time, sculpting with metal, and you were able to get the face? Run me through that moment.
Yeah, just as at that point, like when I got the face, I started tears started coming out.
Right.
Because I just felt like, wow, I have, I felt like I have this ability that I didn't know that I had.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I had.
Yeah.
Until I tried it. So I started crying
Emotions.
in the studio, and I was the only one there, so
it was okay. Nobody saw. Right, but now let's get into the work itself.
Yeah.
So what tools do you often make? Because once again, you just told me that metals are malleable than we think.
Yeah.
So far as you had the tools and the right medium, so what type of tools do you use in this work? Okay. So that's electro, right?
So I'm going to mark.
So we're marking our metal sheets. What do we do next?
So our next step is using this one. That's the angle grinder.
Okay.
Yes, and this is the cutting disc.
Okay, so this is a protective tool.
Yeah.
Right, so you have to wear your face mask.
Yeah.
So that nothing drops into your eyes. I will move a little bit backwards so that nothing jumps into my eyes.
So this this is just tackling.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at what point do you hammer?
It depending on the shape.
Okay.
Let's say that if I'm building the face like this, like because of
How
the
our
contours,
face, yes.
So I will now have to hammer, looking at how the shape is supposed to be. Then I will now weld.
Okay, so we hammer weld, we hammer weld. Moving away from like the tools getting you hurt and whatnot, are there any other challenges?
I would say no.
Okay.
Yes. Ever since I started working like this, I've had a lot of positive feedback. Yes, so I'll say there is a lot of support out there.
Out there for you,
yes.
Right? So when it comes to creating and sculpting with metal, you know that even without creativity itself has themes and it speaks to different type of people.
Yes.
So what are the themes that you are thinking about? So for instance, this art that we see in front of us, what are some of the themes?
Sometimes I use our environment.
Okay.
Yes, our community.
Okay.
And let's say this. Okay. Sorry for that. There's this project that I did. A biker and a passenger at the back. So the story is related to Okada riders. Yes. When I got here, I saw it and I felt like wow, like people are really going through a lot. And I wanted to make something to tell that story about things that we are not paying attention to.
Right.
Yes.
I see one behind me. Do you care to explain what this is?
This work was derived from Santua.
Oh.
Yes, Santua.
Right.
Yes. I did it this way because I wanted to tell the story for me, I feel like her story should be told in the way that, it should be. Let's say that her story is more of like war.
Yes.
Yes, but if you look at most of her sculptures, it's more of like, something calm.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, I feel like if it's like this, it should be like that.
Right?
Yes, let's depict it that way so that when people see, okay, she went to war, she did this, she did.
In all of these things, do you have personal experiences that shape like some of the things you do?
I did this, artwork for a jury. I did an artwork for a jury, and it's a human being pulling a cheetah. Yes, it's not huge. It's a human being pulling a cheetah, and I titled it Forces because I realized that as a human being, once you are moving, the other things also pulling you back. Yeah, so it doesn't matter how fast you are moving. There are other things that also.
You keep talking to me, Safi. Let's get deep. I want people to know that sometimes it could be challenging, right?
Okay.
Because I get that. You just said there are forces. So at the time you made that particular sculpture, had something happened, or what was the situation?
Well, it's more of like a personal thing.
Okay.
Yes, it's like going through a lot of
hardships.
Things at home. You don't want to bother, but sometimes you have to. And if it's like maybe let's say that you're asking for help, you know you are not able to get it.
Yeah.
You start getting these thoughts, and if you are not careful, before you realize, you are doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's why it made me do that work, like, and I titled Forces because, you know.
Right, but how was your home like? Did you, like, what was the situation at home? Was your parents, especially growing and getting into this, were your parents working? Were they supporting you when you got into SHS? Because you said when you were a child, they were buying you the crayons.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as you grow, the cost grows.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So,
yes.
How was home?
Yeah, home was great, but I will not say we didn't have our issues. Yes, you know. So it was, and you know, like, let me say this, you know, my dad is not around.
Okay.
Yes. So it was me and my sis and my mom.
Yeah.
So I have to depend on these two.
Right.
Yes. And if you look at tertiary, it's more of like you are there, you are just buying stuffs. You are just buying stuff. So, you know, sometimes it feels like, even though you feel like you have the right to ask them, but you don't also want to bother them.
Yes. So, back again, is it that have you always known your dad, or at what point did he leave?
Yes. My dad left when, like, you know, he passed away in 2001.
Right.
In 2001.
Right.
Yes, so, and I was a kid by then. Yes, I was
small.
Yes, I was a kid by then.
Right. And then your mom had to carry all of it, watching you go through school.
Yeah, so she have to, you know, bear all the burden, me and my sis. Yeah.
In the beginning, when you started this, when you wanted to get into metal as like your medium of income, did she agree? Because I mean, for a mother who is a single mother, you know, most of the time when your child gets to your university and they're done, you're like, okay, finally, my money is coming.
Yeah.
In the beginning, did she see the vision as much? I know you said she supported, but in the beginning it was a little shaky.
Yeah, I would say that. But she came to realize that having a hands-on job is best fits me. So she accepted it.
Right.
Yes. You know, like, because one time I heard her, you know, talking to my sister about. So I realized that she accepted it. You know, I realized that, okay, this is what, you know,
wants to do,
and we have to accept.
What was the I have made my mother proud moment that you can remember?
My mom proud. I think I'm still working on that.
You're still working on it.
Yeah.
You don't think you've made her proud yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I am particularly, even all of us here know that we are proud, and I know that probably mommy is proud. She hasn't sent it yet.
Yes. Like, I know that she is, but to me, I haven't achieved that yet.
You haven't achieved that yet. But has she told you?
No.
Not yet?
Yes.
Okay. But how do you stay motivated? I was going to ask that because, like you said, in the beginning, there were forces that were pulling you down before you finally gained recognition. But how do you stay motivated when things don't go your way? I know when you're sculpting, it's not every day that you get it the way you want. How do you keep yourself motivated?
The people around me. Yeah. Mostly, even though I do this to feed my purpose, but what I look out for is when the work is done, what it does to people out there.
Right.
Yeah. So that keeps me going. It's like, okay, if I'm able to make one person happy seeing what I'm doing, then I can touch a lot of soul if I continue doing this.
Right.
Yes. And you know, like sometimes I'll just be there and I'll have calls like outside people that I don't know, you know, just advising me, keep going.
What year did you realize that, hey, people are finally getting to know me?
I'll say last year.
Right.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Because what you're seeing here, I actually started it when I moved here early last
year.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I started posting it, I realized that, okay, people are really getting into what I'm doing.
Right.
Yes. And
so social media is what puts you out there on TikTok.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And people started seeing what you do. Have people inquired Have people come for your services?
Oh yeah. I've done a lot of services out there. Yes. Even recently, I did a project for a client for a gym, and it's around, is it Lizzie Complex also, East Legon? Yeah. So for commissions or projects, people have really, but like when it comes to what we do, there are a lot of people who wants what we do, but also the capital becomes the issue. Yeah, the capital becomes the issue because even sometimes the material estimate alone can scare someone away.
Right. So on a regular day, if you were making something like this, let's say, break the capital down for me. How much will it take to make something like this?
Oh, for this work, no less than 300 cedis.
For this?
Yes, for this work.
So we'll make for this 300 cedis, but for what is behind us, how much are we looking at?
For what is behind us, I can say probably like 2,000 to 3,000.
2,000 to 3,000. So you will buy, metal. How much would the metal cost?
Yes. Normally because of the price increments. So let's say that one metal sheet sometimes costs around 200. Yeah, 200. Yes, 200 cedis.
And how many metal sheets would you need for something like this?
Something like this, I would say like 5 or 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Workmanship hasn't come. And then when you bring it, because I see that you paint it too.
Yes, and lights. So you see,
it really is a lot of work.
Yes, because sometimes people will make comment that when I see your work, what comes into my mind is your light bill.
Right? Because I just realized
every day, I'm just working with it.
Yeah.
I'm just using the light.
Right.
Yeah.
But then at least people are recognizing you.
Yeah.
In the next 3, 4, 5 years, where do you envision yourself?
I don't want to say where I want to be, but I know that I want to help a lot of people.
Right.
Yes, I want to help a lot of people out there, upcoming artists. I want to own my own museum. I want to own a place that I can teach people. Yes. Right. Because I realize that leaving the institution, it's not that I can't teach. Once I've settled and I feel like, okay, right now I'm okay with my space, I can have internships,
And then do that. Yeah, because I remember that before we came on air, you were telling me how you were in an institution. So you were a teacher?
Yes, I was a lecturer.
Right.
Yeah, in the sculpture department.
Right.
Yes.
And then why did you finally decide to stop?
I felt like, when I was working, it's not something that I planned, but when I was working, at a point in time, I felt like this is not my calling. This is not what I should be doing.
Right.
Yeah, so I just have to quit.
To leave.
Yeah.
Weren't you scared? At the time you were leaving, did you have... Because, most of the time when you're moving from a place, you're thinking, okay, I have enough safety nets. Did you have enough money at that time? Or you just said, okay, I'll go with my gut?
No, I didn't. But, I spoke to a lot of mentors asking for advice. And they gave me the green light that, it will be good for me to be out there instead of the institution.
Speaking about, finish up.
So, living, let's say that you have a job, now you are living. You are living the job too. So, sometimes, you do have panic attack, like late night, am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
Even at a certain point, one lady made a comment like, Nyame pe wenhu. Yes, like,
Yeah.
Yes. And she's right. She's right because sometimes you look at this, am I making the right decision? What if I go out there and it becomes...
But it didn't stop you.
No, it's not. It didn't. I just felt like, no.
This is what I have to do.
Yeah, this is what I have to do.
Has there been any moments that you felt like I want to quit? Has that thought crossed your mind before?
No. Quitting this is something that I don't think will ever happen. Yeah. Sometimes, most of the times, let's say that this works like this. I'm just preparing them that I can sell some, make capital, and invest into the work again.
Okay.
But sometimes I will finish the work and I feel like, no, this work is not sellable.
Right.
I don't want to sell it now.
Right.
Yes.
So you just keep.
So, that's why I was saying that, like, even though I do it for myself, to feed my purpose, I also have to, do it for other people out there.
Exactly. So it looks the best.
Yes.
Right. Now, moving away from that, you know that what we're doing, you're working with all these tools. That is welding.
Yeah.
But in Ghana, a lot of people see these, when it comes to welding, we're thinking about our containers and our shops and whatnot. But why did you decide to look beyond that and say, okay, we're creating this way. This is how creative I'll get.
Like what he said, a lot of people out there are, like creating it using the welding method, to create gates, containers, and those stuff. Yeah. I would say, they haven't been exposed to the art aspect of, when it comes to using this particular material. They are more of like, okay, let's do something. I will not say simple, but that's how I see it. Yes. And I chose to do it this way because, it makes me different from what they are doing. Yeah, it makes me different from what they are doing. And just like you said, I can use the same method to create gates. Yeah, to create gates, containers and stuff. Yeah. Right. So I just wanted to be different.
Right, dare to be different. Then finally, before we even step out of here, if there are any investors, are you open to working with investors? People who may want to, partner with you, are you open to that? And how can they reach you?
Yes, I'm open to investors, and it's something that I've been praying for too. Yeah. So, and I know it will happen.
Right.
Yeah, I know it will happen. And, so opening my space to investors or, is something that, I've always
looking for. Yeah.
Yes.
So how can they reach you?
Through my email or phone number or social media.
Right.
Yeah.
So will you put that out there so they know?
Can I?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So my phone number is 024 67 10 669.
And then your email?
Email is jjonandivi@gmail.com.
Right. Yeah. On your social media as well?
Yes. Social media is AJ Andivi Jonathan.
Okay, AJ Andivi Jonathan. All right. This has been really insightful, guys. If you're out there and you are creative, that every day you wake up and you say, okay, my creativity may be weird. It's so scary, or it's really different. Well, Jonathan right here has shown us the importance of going forward. When you feel it in your gut, I think that's my biggest takeaway. When you feel it in your gut, get up, go and do it. Creativity has no bounds. So even if you want to use stones and rocks, it is possible. But here, we have seen him, we've seen the metal sculpting, how it is done. You as well can go on, get what you want to do. And I think that's the importance of Changes as well. On Changes, we let you know everything. We bring you the real things that happen in this world. And also we motivate you. I hope this has motivated you. I am Loy Shola Adeyemi, and this has been a great one.